So today we are going to make this super cute Christmas bear. All the things you will need are on screen. We are starting off with a slip knot that will go on our hook, and then we will use that to chain. You will have to excuse the lighting. The lights just weren't playing the game today. So we're going to start with a chain 35, both the same in US and UK terms. Chain 35 for the outer of our wreath, and when you have done that, you can meet me back here, give the video a pause, do your chain, and then meet me back here when you're done. So we've got our chain 35, and what you really want to do now is join it to make a circle. You just need to be super careful that your chain doesn't get twisted as you join it. So bring the chain out before you join it, make sure it's straight, and then we're going to join our chain into a circle with a slip stitch. Now, bear in mind, this can be a little bit fiddly. I still struggle with this. I'm not sure why, but persevere with it. You'll get it. Just might take a couple of goes. And once you've got your hook in there, remember to join the stitches with a slip stitch. And this is going to create the ring for our wreath. Once we've done that, we have our circle. And we are now going to put one double crochet, or if you're in the US, one single crochet in each stitch around to the last stitch. You're going to chain one first and then pop a double crochet, or if you're in the US, a single crochet in the same stitch as the chain one. And then you're just going to make your double crochet or US single crochet in every stitch around. But in the very last stitch, you're going to make 2 double crochet or single crochet US to make an increase. And at the end, you'll have 36 stitches. So as always, pause the video, get your 36 stitches, and I will meet you back here when you're done. So we've got our first round on our wreath, and the next round is going to be an increase round. I would really advise you pop a stitch marker on at this point. It will make it easier for you when you're working in the round. I've just got this cute little candy cane one, perfect for the season. And then we're going to do our increase round. So because we've already got 36 stitches, we are now going to make 5 double crochet or single crochet US terms, and then an increase. So 5 stitches and then an increase, which will give us 42 stitches at the end. So what you're going to do is you're going to make your 5 double crochet or single crochet US terms, put an increase stitch in the next one, so 2 stitches into 1, and then repeat that pattern all the way around, and make sure you count. You should have 42 stitches at the end. We're going to pause the video here. I will meet you guys back here when you have completed the next round. So we're going to do another increase round, and this time we're going to do 6 double crochet or single crochet US terms and then increase in the next one, and that will give us 48 stitches. So it's exactly the same as the last, except the stitch count's a little bit different. You're going to do 6 stitches and then an increase, so make 2 stitches in the next one. So 6 double crochet or single crochet US terms and then increase. Again, make sure that you're counting the rounds. You want to have 48 stitches at the end of this round. It is super easy to add or take away extra stitches if you have them. I normally just take them away from the very last stitch or add to the very last stitch if you're just missing 1 or 2. But what we're going to do is I'm going to let you again work this increase round. Pause the video and then meet me back here for the next round, which will be our last increase round of the wreath shape. So moving on to our last round of our wreath, and we are going to do 7 double crochet or single crochet US terms, and then an increase stitch, and this is going to give us 54 stitches, and this is going to be the final increase round because we don't want our wreath to be huge. He's only a little bear head. If it's too big, it's going to look really daft. So 7 double crochet or single crochet US terms, and then increase, making sure again you're counting those stitches. You should have 54 at the end. As always, you know the drill by now, you guys. Pause the video and I will meet you back for the next round where we are going to put our little flourishes onto our wreath. So this is as big as our wreath is going to get. Now we're going to add the edging, which is a simple shell stitch. It's a series of trebles and slip stitches. So you're going to slip stitch into the first, like so. And then in the next one, you're going to make 5 treble or double crochet if you're in the US. The instructions are also on the screen, so if you're struggling to follow along with my voiceover, then mute me. I mean, everybody would love to. Our house would love to mute me. So just stick the mute button on and follow along on the screen if it's easier. So you're going to put 5 treble into this next stitch. So we've got 1, and then this is the second one. And then going in for a third. And a fourth. And then finally the last treble. So 5 treble cluster, which basically just means 5 trebles into 1 stitch. And then we're going to do a slip stitch. So the pattern is slip stitch, 5 trebles, slip stitch. And by the end of your round, you should have 18 treble clusters. So you know the drill. Pause the video, do your treble clusters, and then I will meet you back here when you have done them. So we have our finished wreath. You want to fasten off, making sure you leave a tail that's long enough to sew it to your bear head with after. We're not going to sew all the way around, we're just going to add some anchor stitches to make sure that it stays on the head. If you want to sew all the way around, by all means you can. And then you might want to block this one as well because it can curl up a little bit, but that is completely personal preference. Now we're going to make our bear, and we are starting off with the ears. Now you need to make 2 ears unless you're having a little bit of a bear that's had a bit of an accident. You're going to need to make 2 ears. So we start off with 6 double crochet or single crochet if you're in the US into a magic ring. So 6 double crochet or single crochet if you're in the US into a magic ring. And then of course, you're going to pull that magic ring tight and you will have your 6 stitches. So I will let you follow along with this round because it's only a short one. We've already got 2 of our stitches in there. This will be our 3rd. If you're not keeping up, don't worry, just pause the video, it's absolutely fine, and then you can unpause again when you've got your 6 stitches in. It's not a race, don't you worry. When you've got your 6 stitches in, bear in mind that you want to pull on this tail end to pull the ring closed, and you're going to need to pull it quite tight because you're using a decor acrylic. So the next round is going to be an increase round, and you're going to increase in every stitch around, and that is going to give you 12 stitches in total. So 2 double crochet or single crochet US terms into every stitch around, giving you 12 stitches in total. This time I'm going to let you pause the video here and I will meet you back here when you have finished this round. So we have completed our second round and now we're going to do double crochet or single crochet US terms all the way around for 3 rounds. This will give us 5 rounds in total, but each round will still be 12 stitches. You can use a stitch marker if you feel like you need to. And don't forget to make 2 ears. So pause the video, make your second ear, and then come back when you have both ears and you're ready to start the bear head. Okay, so we have our wreath, we have our ears, and now we are going to start our bear head. And we are going to start in exactly the same way as we did our ears, which is with 6 double crochet or single crochet US terms into a magic ring. Now, I know that a lot of people don't like the magic ring. You can do a chain for join the chain together and then work in the middle of the chain if you really don't want to do a magic ring, but it is definitely a really good skill to learn, especially if you love making amigurumi, which I do. I think it just closes those pieces really nicely. So 6 double crochet or single crochet US terms into the magic ring. And I will finish this round off with you and then we can go on to the next round together. Don't forget when you're pulling that ring closed, you're going to have to pull it quite tight because you're using an acrylic decay. It shouldn't snap. If it does, you've got really good strength, so kudos. So pull that ring tight, and then the next round is increase in every stitch. So 2 double crochet or single crochet US terms into every stitch. You will have 12 stitches at the end of the round. Really important to make sure that you count as you going along. So at the end of your round, make sure you've got the right stitch count in amigurumi. Really important. So I'm going to let you pause the video here and come back when you have those 12 stitches. So round 2 completed, we've got 12 stitches, and our next round is going to be double crochet or single crochet US terms and then increase. You're going to do that 6 times around and that is going to give you 18 stitches. So double crochet or single crochet US terms and then increase, and that is going to give you all the way around 18 stitches. So again, I'm going to be so sick of saying this by the end of this video. Pause the video, do your next round and come back here when you are done. Alrighty, that is the next round completed. Next round, 2 double crochet or single crochet US terms and then increase. 2 double crochet or single crochet US terms and then increase. And this round at the end will give you 24 stitches. So we're adding 6 every time. This round is going to give you 24 stitches. So do your stitch counts, pause the video and then meet me back here when you are done. Okay, so this next round is going to be the last increase round, and we are going to do 3 double crochet or single crochet US terms and then increase. So that's 3 stitches and then an increase in the 4th stitch. You're going to do this 6 times around and it will give you a stitch count of 30 stitches. Again, don't forget to count. I know I'm reiterating it, but it's really important. Pause the video and I will meet you back here when you have completed your last increase round. Alrighty, we've completed our final increase round. The next thing I would recommend you do is definitely add a stitch marker, because what you're going to do now is double crochet around for 5 rounds. So double crochet or single crochet US terms around for 5 rounds. 30 stitches on every round. I will let you pause the video, do your 5 rounds and meet me here when you are done. So we've got our 5 rounds. We're starting to get a little bit of a dome shape. Now we're going to start our decrease rounds. So what we're going to do for this first round of decreases is 3 double crochet or single crochet US terms and then decrease. If you don't know how to do an invisible decrease, I have a really nice tutorial of that on the channel. I will leave the link to that video in the description below. So 3 double crochet or single crochet US terms and then decrease or double crochet 2 together. You will have 24 stitches at the end of this round. Pause the video and catch back up when you have done. Alrighty, we are going to do another decrease round now, and this time we're going to do 2 double crochet or single crochet US terms and then double crochet 2 together or decrease. That's 2 stitches and then a decrease. And at the end of this round, you will have 18 stitches in total. And after this round as well, we are going to add our eyes and also start stuffing a little bit. So pause the video, finish the round and meet me back here when you're done. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add our eyes, and you're going to add them between round 6 and 7, roughly 5 stitches apart, but you can put them further apart or close together depending on how you want the look of your amigurumi to be. I just like them 5 stitches apart. It's just because that's how I've always made these cute little bears. When you have your placement, put your backs on. Don't do it the other way around. So don't put your backs on until you've got the placement of both eyes in and you're happy with them. Then pop your backs on. And then start stuffing the head. And once you have done all of that, we will do our next decrease round. So our next decrease round is going to be double crochet or single crochet US terms, and then decrease or double crochet 2 together. You're going to do that all the way around, and at the end of this round you will have 12 stitches. Pause the video and meet me back here when you've done this round. Alrighty, we are on to our final round, and this is just a decrease all the way around, so 6 decreases all the way around. When you fasten off, make sure that you leave a long tail for sewing closed your little bear head. So 6 decreases or double crochet 2 together all the way around, and you will have 6 stitches at the end of this round. When you've completed this round, fasten off, leaving a long tail for closing the whole of your bear head, weaving through those stitches and then pulling tight at the end. And that is your cute little bear head in all of his glory. Very, very cute. We now have our bear head, our ears, and of course our wreath. And we're going to pop it all together. The first thing you're going to do is sew your bear head closed. The way I do this is by weaving in and out of the stitches and then pulling tight on them, making a knot and then hiding the thread in the end. So I'm going to let you sew your bear head closed and then meet you back here when you've done that. Now we've got our bear head, we're going to sew the wreath to the head, and we're doing this first because it's easier to get the placement of the ears by doing this. So all I do is place the wreath on the head, pop the needle in from the back going to the front through the very bottom row of that wreath. And you can do one of 2 things. You can either anchor it on with a few stitches all the way around, which is what I did, or you can sew through every single stitch to get it onto your bear head. Either way works. It depends what he's being used for. If he's being used for decoration, then you could just anchor the wreath on. If you're gifting, then you need to sew on very, very securely. Sew your wreath on, pause the video here and come back when your wreath's all secure as you like it, and we will add those ears. Alrighty, so we've got our bear with our wreath on. It looks a bit like alien-like. And now we're going to pop our ears on. So the reason we've sewn our ears on secondary is so we can get a decent placement above the wreath. First, fold your ears in half and sew the bottom up. This just gives them that nice little inner ear style. Makes them look a little bit cuter and less flat. They've got a good shape to them. And then when you have sewn the bottom of that ear up, we will attach them to the bear head. And you can also make sure that you just poke your inner ear a little bit, just so that it's got a bit of a better loop to it and it's just not flat like a pancake. So just pull it out a little bit like so. And then you want to sew this to your bear head in front of the wreath. And for placement, I've gone over each eye. So attach it really securely. You can bend the wreath back to attach it. Don't worry about that. The wreath will pop up behind it to come back up again at the end. But just make sure that you sew this ear on really, really securely. And of course, make sure that you pop both ears on as well. And then you also need to add your embellishments and your face to your little bear, which of course won't be this quick, but you could try it. And then you have one very cute Christmas bear. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you loved this tutorial. Please let me know in the comments what you thought. If you're going to make one, if you're going to make him in a different style or colours. New videos weekly. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.